Get ready, friends. It's time for another Historic Metals livestream. Before we begin, don't forget to click like for the algorithm, be sure to subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. Also, be sure to click the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos and live streams. Now, let's get things started and make some history together. Here's your host for the show, Corky K, from HistoricMetals.com.
Hello everybody, it's a bad hair day. I don't have my cap handy, so you're gonna deal with historic hair. I don't care. How y'all doing? We're all gonna have a better week than last week. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna go over to the item camera. We're just gonna get right into it today. Hope y'all are doing well. It's good to see a lot of folks I know and a couple of names I don't know and a couple of names I haven't seen in a while, like Chris Rivera. How you doing, man? It's been a while. Remember, Chris, I know you, even though I don't know you, but every time I see you, I tell you the story of knowing a Christopher Rivera in Florida for years. And then I see you again 6 months later, and I tell you that again. Been a while, indeed. So anyway, okay, folks, yeah, but I don't have any teeth, Invisible River. I would rather be bald with teeth than what I am, which is toothless with hair. Because you can't eat with hair, but you can't eat without teeth either. It's really a bitch. So what are we doing? We're doing info stuff for the bot. We'll pin that one to the top because that's how you get all the other ones. All the information you're going to need is on the screen or in the auction description, or I'm sorry, the show video description or whatever. You can always ask the bot for my email or my info or how to pay for things. Speaking of how to pay for things, I do take Zelle now, but I haven't updated my graphics to show it. But it's the same email as PayPal, which is on the screen and in the auction stuff. So anyway, yeah, so I do Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. If you do PayPal, you got to add 4% because they're a bitch. And then you got to pay at the end of the night. If you're new, you got to pay the first time you buy something right away, immediately, so we know you're not taking it away from somebody that really wanted it, intending not to pay later. So yeah, first time buyers, you got to pay right away with your shipping, which is $6 all night. Gets you a wallet, good for a week or two. As I was saying earlier in chat, with my upcoming move to Costa Rica in January, this is 6 weeks notice that the auctions will continue on Monday nights at least until Christmas, and then we'll figure out what's happening the last week of the year because I'm packing up my house and I'm turning off my internet and all the things. So then I'm moving to Costa Rica in January. Then I'll disappear for a month, but I'll do some live streaming on the channel just to let everybody know I'm alive and show you my new digs down by a volcano national park where I'm going to help run a campground. And then I'll have a new channel about Costa Rica, which I've already touched on some on my personal channel with videos of sloths and things. Anyway, whatever, big deal. So, pay at the end of the night. Wallets are good till whenever, but at the end of the year, everything's got to be out of my house, including your stuff. So, plan on that. We will do a beginning of stream giveaway. Looks like we got, wow, a lot of people watching, like 18 people watching. So let's go ahead and get started with a GAW. Let me turn on the bot before y'all start typing it, even though most of you probably already know what it's going to be, but I haven't turned it on yet. So let's get ready to do hashtag historic. Okay, it should be working now. Let's see if it starts to pop in names. Hashtag historic like we do every week for the historic people. Yep, Jay was first. It's already on the bot. We'll watch the bot fill itself in. If you got a blue dot, you're on the bot. If you don't got a blue dot, you're not. So don't pick your snot. Get your blue dot. Or else your blue dot will rot. And with peril, it will be fraught. This is for 1 gram of silver like we do. I'm down to square one or rectangular ones. I gave away all the round ones. I think there's no round ones left in here. Yeah, round ones left. So all the cool little prospectors and eaglets are gone, but these are going to be animals and jet planes and volcambigrams and stuff like that. I think there's a couple in here that were actually more than a gram, but I don't know. I'm not not guaranteeing it. I'm pulling one out at random out of this little bag you hear smacking the desk when I drop it. Because it's just graham bars. They ain't special, but they're free. Let's see how we're doing. We got 14 people in out of 18 watching. One of them's me, so maybe 2 of them, because I've probably got 2 tabs open. But I don't know how it counts that. Ha! Well, Mr. Barker, I have plans for that. My guns and my metals will be well taken care of in my absence. My metals will be well hidden. There will be actually no one who knows where those are. And I'll give you one clue where the metals are going to be. There are probably 9 billion self-storage units in America, and of those 9 billion self-storage units in America, there's probably a couple 100 million of them that have safes inside them, buried behind mattresses and shit. Mine might be one of them, might not. My guns, however, are going to a trusted friend's house to go in the gun safe. Because gold can't get involved in a crime, but gun can. So I'm not going to be responsible for that. The guns will be where I stay when I come back to the States. Which is an apartment that I have a room in that I've roomed with this guy off and on since we were kids, different times. Roommates and housemates and divorced housemates and all kinds of stuff over the years. So he's got an extra room I'm going to lock up and keep my basics in for when I come back. Most of my stuff will be in storage units. All right. All right, let's run it. You know we don't do much fanfare here. We got 15 people in. I think 2 of the 18 are me. That leaves a couple people slacking, probably not at their keyboards. Such is life. We're not waiting. Here we go. The winner is Daniel K. Daniel K., please report to the winner's podium. You've won a gram of silver. Gun laws in Costa Rica. So, believe it or not, so here's some things I've learned about Costa Rica. Here's your historic metals history lesson for the night, real quick, while I get out of silver and show you what he's winning. Oh, that's not a nice one. Let's get a different one. Let's say that one. I get to laugh or something. Oh wow, I pulled 2 of the same ones in a row. So I'm gonna be like that. I want a guyish one. There we go. All right, so speaking of gun laws in Costa Rica, here's what they are. If you are a resident of Costa Rica, it's complicated. If you are a citizen of Costa Rica, get a gun. It's similar to here. So it turns out Costa Rica is the oldest running democratic republic in Latin America. So they have the same government we have. They have a constitution. I read it. It's pretty much like ours, more or less. They're a little more stringent on their borders in their constitution than we are, which is interesting. But anyway, yeah, so they have a constitution, they have a president, they have like legislative body and a Senate and a Congress. They don't call them that, but it's similar. So then they got a Supreme Court, they got all those things. So they got guns. To get a gun, you have to do a bunch of bureaucratic bullshit with paperwork. So getting a gun in Costa Rica to carry is doable. But it's very similar to the U.S. version would be getting your NFA, so you can get a suppressor or full auto. It's like those extra steps and stamps and seals of approval and where you're going to keep it and stuff. They get a little more involved in down there. There is a mental health check. But apparently we have one too. If you look at the form 4472 or whatever it's called, you have to check off you've never been adjudicated mentally insane, you've never used drugs, that you check the mental health check boxes. So I don't really know how rigid all these exams are on the way in, but it is possible, it is paperwork, and it is quite common for, great, so you got a stamp and you've got NFA class 3 or whatever, and that's fine. Pay an extra $2,000 and do your paperwork or live in Nevada or Idaho, then you can do that. That's fine. But in Costa Rica, you probably can't have full auto. But you can get a gun, you can get a rifle or a pistol or whatever. And then I have a feeling there's a huge black or gray market coming in and out of that country as well. It's too easy to go to Nicaragua and places like that. Well, really, it's not, because it's only Nicaragua on the north and it's Panama on the south, and you're not getting anything in or out of Panama. But it's ironic that I chose this gram for Daniel. I need to remember to put it in his thing, wallet. But there's your gram, Daniel. It's a Second Amendment one, which is great, because the first two I pulled out just had the queen on them, and they weren't interesting. And I'm like, third one's a charm. Talking about guns, here's the gun silver for the GAW. So, yeah, basically machetes down there, knives, handmade things. But you know what? In Costa Rica, there is some crime. There are home invasions in the richer neighborhoods of gringos with a lot of money. Where I'm going to live, out in the country in farmland, I've already met most of the people in that town the last time I was there. And they're just like, oh, you're the tall white guy that doesn't speak good Spanish. Great. Want some beans and rice? Come on over for dinner. It's a very, very small town. There's really, any crime is going to be, don't leave your car unlocked and leave your camera on the seat, Don't leave your cell phone on the bar. But if you just follow big city rules everywhere you are, there is no crime. It's pura vida. It's like beach life. Like, nobody gives a shit. So your car will get your shit stolen out of it, but you're not going to get mugged. You're not going to get abducted into the jungle by a cartel. It's not Costa Rica. Costa Rica is America with more Spanish, and, my town has Chinese takeout and the Taco Bell at every bus stop, which made me laugh because there's Taco Bell in Central America at every bus stop. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, it's a third world, but it's not a third world because they're a democratic republic like America. So they vote, they pick their leaders, they make their laws. They're working on legal marijuana. It's already decriminalized. You can walk around with up to an ounce, and the worst you're going to have happen to you is the cop takes your weed because he wants it. That's literally it. And a lot of good things. So, and then there's a lot of bad things. Everything's real slow, and can't get Amazon.com shipped to your door. Pizza delivery is complicated. It happens in towns, but not in the country. Things like that. But yeah. Taxes for me will basically be U.S. taxes until I was to become a resident, which I can't really easily do without a lot of money as an investor or property owner or business owner. Or I can wait till I'm 62 in 7 years and just get a pension retirement residency, which is showing that you have over $1,000 a month in income from the Social Security, and then they'll give you residency. And that's probably what I'm going to do, because then I can go on the CAHA, which is the National Health Insurance, which is socialized medicine. Yes, but far cheaper than here, and all I need is COPD emphysema care until I die. And they'll take care of that. That's an easy one. So, all right. Let's move on with the auction. Let me put that piece of silver in Daniel's wallet. Daniel, I believe you've got a wallet. I think you usually do. Let me see here. I'll read off the wallets too. But first, let me see if Daniel already has. Negative, good buddy. You've won yourself a free wallet, Daniel. Let me get that written up. This is a new wallet for you. Always the way. Giving out wallets like mad. Day. Wallet job. Okay, you have a wallet. So now let me tell everybody else who has wallets about wallets. We covered yours. Carlitos is still here. It's room day. You've got a significant wallet with one of those books and a 10-ounce bar. Looks like Nash landing. Then Daniel K's new wallet. This one is upside down. This one is... John Lucas has a wallet. Hambone has a wallet he didn't know about because one of his replacements came in. Lulu has a wallet from last week, has not paid for it. We have to talk about that. Sunseeker, you got one. SGT. Invisible River, you've got a wallet. Metal for Breakfast, Angry Warrior, Tackle Box, Kellen L, Trollfire, Polybuck, Silverpaw, Cons, Stewart, J Smokes, Gold Sniping Farmer, Dan Smoking Treasures, and James Schultz all have wallets. Lulu, are you in the room? Let's address you, the albatross in the room. No, you're not taggable. Lulu lately bought a bunch of stuff and paid for it and shipped it. Then bought a bunch more stuff last week, and cryptic emails led to it still sitting here not paid for. Well, Sean, let's fix that. Lulu, I'm going to pull your stuff out to remind me to follow up and see if you paid for that gold and stuff. Okay. Alright, well, not surprising. Maybe she'll be here later. We exchanged emails, and apparently there were banking issues, so maybe it's BS. We had some issues last week in the audience. Alright, don't play any games, man. I had to quit. I'm actually going to be on a game show tomorrow running some games on Silver Pause's channel if you guys want to stop by. Alright, so I do that periodically just when I need to make some money, which is like right now. Let's start the show. So basically what I'm going to start the show with is a good bargain. Let me try and figure out how I'm going to show it to you, because it's a lot of pieces. Alright. Probably the way I'm going to do this, first of all, that one there isn't for sale. That's personal one there. The other ones, though, they are. Alright, so let me try and explain this, and then we'll take it from there. I'm going to need some things to show you, like the scale. You could be in the picture here. Alright, here's what we got. Let me type it in so you can bin. This is going to be a show bargain kickoff bin. And I'm going to blow these out lower than I paid for them by $4 each. Lower. By the way, let's check in on spot real quick, because I actually haven't looked at it in like 2 or 3 days. Monday's coming. I haven't checked it since like Thursday. Alright, so silver's at 22.5 and gold's at 19.45 or 6. Okay, whatever. Alright, moving on. Back to the items. Here we go. Let's get this show over. Alright. What happened? Oh, we got Shroom Day 00. Wait, Shroom Day. Hold up. Shroom Day did the deleting, not the getting deleted. Okay. Alright, so cool. What did he do? I missed it. I saw hello. That's about it. Alright, so these are sterling silver. But they're weird weights. And so they weigh more than an ounce. So let me begin to show you. I have 10 of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. So they're historic metal, basically. What we got going on here, let me try to show you. They weigh more than an ounce, and then you do the math on 925, and they are like different historical pictures that we'll get to in a moment. But let's take one out and weigh it, and I'll show you. They're all different weights too. That's what gets weird about it. Oh, sorry, not more than, these are the ones that are less than an ounce. Hold up, let me revise. Wait, am I on? Oh, let's go to troy ounces. Something's not right there. Oh, that one's less. I think we're more. I might have the wrong stack out. Oh, these are 0.8. So they would be more like, so 0.925, let's do some calculating. Blah, 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 left desktop, calculator. So if you got a 0.8 times 0.925, so 3/4 of an ounce. So let me revise the price on these. They should still be $25, but these are going to be bin $22. Alright, so let me try to show you. So as you know, sterling is more silver in it than is in a 90% junk. So that's a thing. first of all. They weigh different amounts, so I'll weigh them each, but they're around 8/10 of an ounce. At 0.75, we worked that out. It's I just worked it out on the calculator, then I closed the calculator and I already forgot. So we can roll the video back to see whatever I just blurred. But anyway, let's get some focus here. This one here is the 150th anniversary of the Cleveland expedition, overland expedition to California. So the first time we ever went to California by land. 150th anniversary. It's like a dude on a horse riding the trail with Jebediah Smith on the back. Then there's this one. This one is, they're different ones. They're all different. So we'll go through them all. Let me look at them first so I can tell you what they say. Then we'll get them to focus. Locomotive number 1, the Montezuma. And it has like an etched flag on the back, so I'll show you that. So that's locomotive number 1, the Montezuma, it says in the fine print. Then centennial of that train and like, I guess that etched writing, which they're not going to show well. First locomotive, a bunch of stuff about that. Then there's more. So the rest of them are all different pictures. The Santa Fe Trail. Which is dudes on horses. This one is a woman and a protect our future, prevent drug abuse, which is a woman and a baby. I guess she's fixing to inject that baby or smoke that baby or something, and they want to stop that. I don't really know how you get a baby to stay lit. Anyway, then there's more trains. This one is Fate something Hall, something Massachusetts. Oh, Vanilla Hall. Plus got it on the back. Again, these all weigh different amounts, so I'll weigh each one and show you, but they're like all different amounts. Some of them I think are over an ounce, because I'm sure some of them were. New York. Great Wall of China. Just like historical landmarks and historical events. Louisiana Purchase. And the bicycle or something. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, right, Roger? Well, let's start weighing some out here. Pull them out all out of these envelope things. Wow, banging that camera might have just made it start focusing. We'll see. I hate these plastic things anyway. I need to move these regular 2x2 clips. Because these plastic, not plastic, well, they're not PVC, but they tear and they crackle and they're like blackboard. I hate them. These plastic clips. Alright, stand by on the bins till I can keep track of what's going on. I want to try some weights, and I'm focused on getting them out right now. They are vintage, I know that. They're old, probably 70s. Some of them might have a date on them. Alright, let's see if they all weigh the same or not. Alright, scale on. We'll do grams for precision. First one, and I'll show you what it is. And if you're one of the binners who already spoke and you want this one, we'll do it, and we'll keep going that way. So 32. Yeah, see that one's over an ounce, right? 32.5 grams. I think I had it on grains the first time or something, right? So here's the deal. We'll bin them in order of whoever binned first. And we'll go through them real quick and let you see all of them. But that first person who binned was Shroom Day, I think. Let me see if there was any before I dropped the price. No. Okay. So Shroom Day has a bin in. Roger has a bin in. Stuart has a bin in. So Shroomy, I know you're going to probably melt it, right? So why don't we give you the Great Wall of China? Why don't we melt that sucker? Plus it's over an ounce. It's the first one I put up there, but it's like 32.5, 0.75. It's going to be real close to an ounce of regular silver anyway. Yep, so we'll melt the China one because all the other ones are American and cooler. They're trains and stuff. So let's not melt those. Maybe the drug abuse one. Alright, so Shroom Day, let me put that in your wallet and write you down. Or that's how I'll make mistakes like last week if I don't follow the protocol. Shroom Day. That is at $22. Okay, and you already have shipping, so you're good on that. Alright, let me move these grand bars out. Alright, let's weigh some more and see what they are. So the next one we put on there comes in at 32.8, 32.5 as well. So that's another one that's over an ounce. This one is New York with the Statue of Liberty, America the Great, something, divided liberty indivisible, or land of liberty indivisible, or something like that. Some kind of seal of the state of the United States. So this is a good one. Did anybody want this one? Roger Barker, you want that one? You were the next bin? Perfect. It's over an ounce too. So great. We're getting rid of the good ones first. Plus, I'm more fond of the trains and stuff if I have to keep them. I'm glad you're taking New York and China and things like that. Great. So Roger Parker, you do not have a wallet. Did I say your name earlier? Negative. No wallet going for you. So that'll be +6 on the shipping for a new wallet. Let me set that up and write it down. That's 22 + 6. And this is a Roger Barker wallet. Which is chip wallet. Have a wallet for a while. Great. Okay, who is next? The next person was hey, babe. The next person was Stuart, I believe. Stuart, let's find you one that's over too. Let's see if the next one is by getting lucky going down from the top. The next one comes in at the scale turned off. Hello, Graham. So this one is the this particular one I'm about to weigh is Westward, the course of empire makes its way. Westward, the course of empire makes its way. It's got Conestoga wagons and horse carriages and stuff. It's under. Let's set that one aside. Keep going. Let's fit for an over. This one has a spot on it up in the corner, this Baneful Hall, Massachusetts. So the only way it's going to be, and it's not over either. We hit the only two that are over. This one's a guy striking a hammer, building the railroad, I think. Yeah, trains on this side. Ooh, wow. Who are you looking for? Oh, you're not in it anymore? You're retracting? See if we got any more that are over an ounce. They're all coming back 25 now. Something changed? Two different batches mixed together, 26. We just found the two that were right off the bat. They were probably in the package together. 25. 26. 26. Tell you what. The two that were over an ounce stay where they were at. Some of these have some rim spots. 1, 2. There's 8 of them. Conestoga wagons. Let's see. I was about to make an offer on the bundle, but I do have the wagons one, and it doesn't have any spots. It's actually pretty blast white. Let's weigh it again, and I'll show you up close. The wagons one is pretty neat. It's one of the neater images. Westward, the course of empires makes its way. April 1803, and it's a bunch of wagons and a train riding across one of the states. the whole West, I guess. It's not really a state yet. And then the back is really cool. Oh, Louisiana Purchase. So that's the state of Louisiana. All right, so that's buying Louisiana with the Conestoga wagons making their way across it. And really cool stuff going on the back. Cool, great. I'll put that to you, Stuart. Stuart, I believe you have a wallet already. You do. So let me slap that. It's your doodads I don't like. Send it to you. Would be your problem. There you go. You still have candy from Halloween in your wallet. A little bit. 1 week slap. Okay. Because I've been eating it. All right. We have 7 of these things. Let's see here. 1, 2. What are you guys doing? Are you changing things? Right now, the wagons with Stewart, River got whichever one it was before, and the first person, Strumi, got the Chinese one. So River got New York. Okay. 1, 2. 7 times 22 would be 154. Tell you what, I have 7 left. I'll sell the whole stack for 150 bucks. So they're collectible, sterling, historic rounds. That'd be basically whatever 7 divided. I think I did that math right when I came up with that price. Let me check myself before I wreck myself. Oop, that's times. Yeah, that'd be like 21.40 each. So basically 21 and change a piece. Couple of, like, one has this spot on the edge that's kind of showing on the edge. The others are good. They range 25 to 27, 26 and change. There are 7 of them. All right, 20 bucks, $140 takes the whole stack, final offer. Clean me out on those things, guys. If not, we'll move on. It's not bad because they'll mark up and sell. Let's be good for a dealer or a melter, either one. Sterling's good for melters because they get that little bit extra hardness in their products. If they're making jewelry and stuff. Okay, cool. So anyway, pull a nose. I don't want to sell them and ship them as singles for 20 bucks, but I would have done it for 140. I'll put them away for now. Now, just for kicks, there were these, which are bigger, but I don't want to open these up. But these were more. These are big. Oh, yeah, this one says the weights on them. 39.3 grams, 38 grams, and 40 grams. So these ones would be $29 each, which is what I paid for them. But I have, like, these 3 that are bigger. These are all more closer to 40 grams, so well over an ounce. And there's 3 of them, and they're pretty similar, historic political dudes. Those would be 29. And then finally in the sterling stuff, I have one last piece, but it would be $30 even because it's unique. And it's a coin, so it's an actual genuine numismatic piece. Pull it out of the envelope and show you. This is pretty neat. So I'll do a bin on this one. But it's numismatic, it's collectible, and it's in great shape. It's actually, sorry, not a coin, a casino chip from San Remo. So what we have here, it's actually a coin in a way because casino chips are money. And in this case, this one's worth 25,000 lira. It's not issued by a government, it's issued by a casino. The Venta Cinquemilla in San Remo, 25,000 lira, sterling silver, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, octagonal coin. This would be $30. Let's weigh it. Because this is a pretty rare import here. 20 grams, even, spot on, because casinos do things right. So 20 grams of sterling, 15 grams of silver. But blast finish, flawless condition, 25,000 lira, casino octagon. You won't get one of those. You'll have the only one in the country, probably. Like, there's probably just somebody brought a roll of these back, maybe. It's doubtful these are abundant in the world. Very, very mirror finished with a proof. There you go. GSF did the math. But this isn't one you buy to stack for the weight. This is something you buy because it's amazingly cool. I'll take it to Costa Rica and sell it to somebody that can read it. Because I can't. That's it for the sterling. We'll let that one sit back there and be decorative. It's really cool looking. And you know, how often do you get to have a coin worth 25,000 of anything? Right? 25,000 lira. All right, so that's up there. Okay, so, oh, it's also dated. It's 1979. We'll put this little baggie back there. So it's old too. You're not going to find another one of those in this country. Not from San Remo from 1979 or 25,000 lira. Made out of actual silver. So there you go. All right. This other sterling away. Out of the way. I like sterling. I don't know why it gets such a bad rap. It's better than 90% junk in its way. Because it's more durable. All right. Next up. I need to get this sold too. People don't take it. They don't buy it. They don't take it in races. I don't know why. I think it's one of my cooler pieces. We'll buck and go it today. We're going to get it sold. So this will be our first buck and go auction. Stewart's already in. Doesn't even know what it is yet. It is 1 ounce of 999 silver. I really don't get why no one else ever wants this but me. I bought it right away. My grandfather was blind. This is Louis Braille. Louis Braille did a little thing about making bumps on stuff so you could read him if you can't see. And he's a pretty important dude, like, for a lot of people. And the back of the coin actually has genuine raised Braille on it, that if you take it out, and it's a US $1 coin. And it's fine silver. So, like, everything's going for it. Has a library on the back, or independence, or something about reading, you know, because Braille. And it comes with a capsule that's factory fitted. Like, it's not a normal capsule. It feels like it factory type, has like ridges that I'm not used to on capsules. It's a great looking coin. 2009. 200 years of Louis Braille-ness. There you go, Darth Vader has a graded one. But you can get this one graded. It's never been out of the capsule as far as I know. And then it'd be worth some money. But Shroomy, don't melt this one. My granddad was blind. Braille's important. Hambone. Hambone in the house. Hammy, I've got your ASE. It's here. I'll show you. I got you a replacement, just like the other one. Here, I'll look again, because you actually hadn't seen it. But this is just like the one you bought. Exactly the same exact thing. But the silver round, they shipped me... I ordered it like 7 days or 8 days ago when I told you I did. eBay said it was on its way by the 14th. I never got a tracking number, so I emailed them like 4 days ago, nothing. Emailed them again this morning, and by like 3 hours later, I had a tracking number today, so I expect that to be here in like 2 days. So I found one of them. One coin is still missing. We're missing a koala. It's the stoner koala. I don't have one to show you, but it's the koala that's sleeping on the tree limb, kind of hanging his arm down like he's wasted off the eucalyptus leaves. It got shipped to the wrong person, and I haven't been able to find anyone to admit it yet. I did find the eagle that got shipped to the wrong person with 4 other slabs that got mixed in with the slabs. It was a slab too. And they agreed to just buy it, so they don't have to send it back. But now I got to collect from them too, from that person. So, because they owe me $40. So I'm hoping they're going to be here tonight and take care of that business. I get everybody's... There's a few people with similar names. And I think I filed that, so it's oh yeah, Ronald Smith. Yeah, Ronald Smith, are you here? Not here. All right, so Ronald Smith owes me $40 for that piece that he received accidentally but agreed to buy. Sean got a stoner koala, but there were 2 or 3 of them that night. The other one should have gone to Hambone, and it went to the wrong person. So I ordered him a new one, and now that's being a pain getting here, but it's on its way. I finally got tracking today from the seller. And the seller is like a huge coin store, so they just would. Or were back ordered and not telling anyone. One or the other. But anyway, it's on its way. So, and it's from, you know, a major 75,000 feedback seller on eBay, so it's fine. All right, where are we at on this? So we went 5 to Stewart, 10 to Hambone, 20 to Shroom Day, 21 to Hambone, 22 to Carlitos, 23 to Hambone, 26 to Sean. That's where we need to be. Let's get some snipers going. Hey, we didn't do sniper school. I have one job. This is a fake snipe. Let's get everybody dialed in. It'll take 2 tests before this counts. So test your snipes. Don't use your actual prices. Use dots and stuff to test, because then people will know you're going to really bid later when we really snipe on the 3rd one. But the first one's a test. Here we go. This is only a test. You want to get that first arrow, not the second one. So we got Sean nailed it. Carlitos was close. Daniel and Invisible River were a little early. They were sitting there for a while before it hit. Farmer was a tad bit late. T was close. Room. So okay, you guys are close. Let's do a second test. Test only. Don't use your real bids. Then we'll do it for real at the 3rd one, and I'll tell you so you'll know. So we can wrap up that other one starting at 26. Okay, so second test. I'm live chat, my friend. I'm happy to show you. We'll have it open in another place that I can't put on screen, but I can put it on screen over here, and it'll be live because it'll be fresh when I load it. Actually, is it right here in front of me? Yeah. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Let's stop that so it doesn't sit there and stream over me. What we really need is to pop the chat out, Come on. Should have done this before the show. When I'm streaming, it wants to try to start the video and it can't. Then it's got to load the chat up. I failed to do this before the show began. That's my fault. All right, then we go like this. We go like that. Then we wait. And then we switch back to freaking real chat again. And then finally, we get down to refresh. You are wrong. You need to refresh, trust me. So, nope, no StreamYards involved here. We are straight off the OBS, straight over the gigabit cable, straight over the wire to the internet with low latency and low, no drop, nothing. I'm rocking at like full speed, 6,000 kilobits a second. Negative, sir. You zoom it in. There's a way to zoom it here somewhere. You're going off about it, but you're well below the test only. Well, there's one above, but the rest of your refresh you are wrong stuff is below all that. So, all right, cool. So anyway, yeah. All right, second test. Here we go. Snipers test. Test. Hey, Jetmech, how you doing? Let me take care of your water. That's the mark to hit. That's the mark you late. All right, got it. Shroomi's link is late. Daniel, let's see. Oh no, it's not. Okay. My two live chats don't match. I have live chat going in OBS, which is probably late, and then live, which you can see over here. You know, its own browser window, and they don't match. But there's no way for me to, well, maybe there's a way for me to show you that. If I bring OBS over here, it's too small. But the point is, it's, they don't match. So we're going by the one on the left that you guys can all see. Anyway, this is for real this time. This is the real snipe. This one's going to be sold when it's over. We last left off at 26 in the hands, the capable hands of bidder Sean, 951, who's got it at 26. So snipers, this one's for real. Bidding on the Braille coin, in case you forgot. This is Louis Braille with the Braille on the back, in the capsule, fine silver, 1 ounce, live chat, all the things. Hit that first arrow. All right, let's see where we're at. Farmer gave himself insurance, didn't need it. Put 28, then put 30. Stewart came back with 28. That stuck at 28 to Gold Sniping Farmer. You haven't seen sold yet, Sean? You're all out of whack. You're very laggy, my friend. Very laggy. All right, so let's see. That's Gold Sniping Farmer that's got that bad boy. It's really cool, man. I think you're going to really dig it, especially running your thumb over the Braille and learning how to read, I think, the word Louis Braille. But I don't know, because I don't know Braille. But my grandfather did. So there it is. That's why I bought it. Gold Sniping Farmer, you already have a wallet. Let me write that down. Plus 28. Thank you, sir. Cooking with gas. Let's keep moving. That went really well. Let's do. Wait a minute. Oh. Not the same koala. But we're gonna do a koala. This is a hard to see 2021. Starting bid on this bad boy. It's going to be about where they are. $25 auction. So this is a 2021 koala in a capsule, flawless, proof light, got that two-tone matte polished finish. Come on, focus, focus. He's the angry bear, so he's got this look on him like looking over his shoulder at you side-eye, kind of showing you his ass. So there's stoner bears. This is angry, showing you his ass bear. So if you got somebody in your life that likes to show their ass, because technically he's supposed to be this direction, 2021 Australian koala, he's just sitting on a tree limb looking at you, but he's a lot more fun when he's showing you his ass and looking over his shoulder at you like he's farting. On the back, you have a middle-aged queen, maybe a slightly older queen actually, looking at that saggy chin. Australian Dala. 25, 26, 28, 30. It's a good one. My paper and pen are sticking to my elbow. All right, 25, 26, 30. We'll run it forever. All the sniping will be real from now on. No more test runs. We did that. We've got it out of our system. Shroomy, I got a new pour I got from Jersey. When I did that shared show with Jersey Silver Stacker a couple weeks ago, I got this half-ounce little clamshell. Check that out. It's not for sale. It's for my daughter. But I'm trying to figure out if anybody knows who in the community makes it, because all it has on the back is a tiny little 999. No kind of mark. It's really nice in person, though. It's really, really, really nicely done. Tiny little clamshell. And it's thick, like a little chunk, half ounce. So I'm wondering if anybody knows who makes the clamshells. Probably MK Bars, but they usually mark them. But they make the weird stuff like that. MK and Haley and Reckless are all prone to things like that. But then there's a few people that pour, like the person who made my battle cruiser, and of course Ushroom Day, and a few others. So. All right, let's do the snipers on the koala. Sean at 30, sniper video, go. That sounds right. MK definitely marks everything, but Sherry Ward might do that. What do we got here? All right, sold is in. Let's go to the live scene. Live chat. Shroom, Bait. Carlitos at 31. Sean at 33. G-Dub at T. G-Dub, what's up? You got a number after your name, but I've seen a G-Dub that didn't used to have a number. All right, so anyway, it looks like Sean took that one down at 33. Goodbye, Sean. Good purchase. All right, so Sean, you have Stewart as a wallet. That's a name with an S. Kind of dark. No, you do not have a wallet currently, so this will be a new wallet. I'm just double checking all of the wallets every time. Okay. Gotcha. So Sean 951, new wallet. Yep. By the way, Sean, I'm going to be selling my Porsche 924 and my Porsche 944 as part of my overseas move. So if you're in the mood to auction on actual Porsches and get another 951, the 944 wants to be a 951, but it isn't. It's only naturally aspirated. Anyway, I have you at plus 33, plus 6, new wallet. Sean, wallet, 6, 1 ounce, 33, koala. All right, no ports for you. Okay, got it. I'll sell them on the Facebook. Wow, you guys like that koala. Do you have any other years of koalas left? Not very many. If any. Not very many, if any. We'll stay in that Australian lane now. Let me just see. Pick it up and put it back down. So, this is a pricey one, but I'll let it go for what it goes for. You should look up the comps on this one. It's a year thing. Get it typed in. Start this one at $25 also. Hey, Cons, you have a wallet. Has several ounces in it. A Noah's Ark and a couple of arrowhead pours. Hammered arrowheads. Aussie Eagle starting. So this. Oh shit, pictures. This one is a big dollar Australian dollar. You want to look up the comps on this one when you're bidding. It's the Australian wedge-tailed eagle. So it's 2016, a little bit older. To proof. Come on. I just set it down. That seems to. Okay, yeah, you can actually read the text and everything. It's the kick-ass looking Australian wedge-tailed eagle. Backside queen. Same queen as before on the koala. But this time, it's the badass looking wedge-tailed eagle. Look these up. These are $35-$40 or more, especially the proofy ones like that in a capsule. So we're 25 to Ham, 26 to Cons, 27 to Ham, 30 to Carlitos. Carlitos wants to have his way. Let's see. We're still going. We got any more fire under that rocket? We'll find out. Doofy doofy. One badass looking eagle. Also giving you the side eye, like the side eye ass showing koala. All right, let's do the snipers thing. All right, that one sold at 30 to Carlitos. Wait, did Jay make it in? Nope, Jay was a smidgen late. We'll show you the replay. Jay is a smidgen late. Bargain for Carlitos. So, let me write that down. Carlitos took that down at 30. That is a good buy. About probably $5 or $10 under what it should be. That is already a wallet for you from last week, so we'll put that in there. Behind you over here, you're that one over there. There's this one over here. Okay. That's in your wallet. Now we're gonna do the next thing. The next thing's gonna be spell this right. Start this one a little bit lower. We'll start this one there, a little bit lower. It's just as nice as the others, but maybe less popular. We will see. This is an auction with a starting bid of $24. This is a lion. says so right above him that that's Hawaiian, in case you weren't sure. From the very cool Republic of Sierra Leone 2022. 999 fine silver proof lion. Elephants on the back, lions on the front. Not to be confused with Tony the Tiger, although kind of a similar vibe on the chin there. 26 to Roger, 24 to Cons. It's going backwards. 1 ounce of 999, that is correct, and a capsicle. It says it on there somewhere on the edge, I believe. It's on there somewhere. Let me find it. Can't remember where they hide it on this thing. I think it's on the edge. And it might not be because it's a sovereign. It might not be stamped, but it is 999. We can Google it. Stand by. I will find it on the internet. We'll do it together. So $46 reverse frosted $9.99. Yep, mine's reverse frosted $9.99. Buy it now. Lowest price. Search by lowest first. All right, so for the lion, the cheapest one is $46. 54 plus 9, 65. I think you guys are missing the point here. This is a very valuable coin. Very rare, low mintage. The cheapest one is $46. They're throwing in a pouch. I'm sure I've got a velvet pouch around here if that's really important to you, because they made that up. It didn't come with one. First silver bullion coin to be issued, limited issue 5,000, made by the British Pobjoy Mint with a privy mark of P, 999 silver, reverse frosted. The first silver bullion coin to be issued on behalf of the Bank of Sierra Leone. The design on the coin features the head of a lion, styled as though an African mask, with a special rim featuring an African pattern. Featuring a lion as the first silver bullion coin from Sierra Leone seems particularly apt, since the name Sierra Leone means Lion Mountains, or Mountain of Lions. Pedro de Sintra was among the first European explorers in this area, and upon approaching the coast, he heard lions roaring in the mountains and gave the name Serra Leoa in Portuguese, which translates to Sierra Leone. The lion is the world's second largest cat, blah, blah, blah. $46 for the cheapest one in the world, unless you buy them in bulk. So, there you go. We are looking at the real thing right over here. Ooh, right. Alright, so that's a $50, 5,000 mintage specialty piece right there. We're at 28 to Invisible River, 29 to Carlitos, 29 to Hambone, 30 to Hambone, 31 to Ranch. See if we can keep that going a little bit. This needs to go up, 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 up. Get even close to what I paid for it. However, I'll get ready. Shroomies at 35. I mean, you could flip this tomorrow for $20 at that price. Take it to your local coin shop and make them pay a wholesale at 80% of $50. You're still... Yeah, there you go. Invisible River Ranch at 36. We're getting close enough that I'm about ready to run the snipers. All right, let's do it. Let's do snipers. Let's see how much victorious activity we can get on the line. All right, let's see what we got. I don't trust what I'm looking at live in my OBS anymore. So let's go find the chat room over here. There, refreshed. Sold. Invisible River Ranch, 38 took it down. Got Shroom Day by $1. All right. Invis R Ranch. That's your middle name now. R. Plus 38. Quick wallet scan. Yep, you have one. So no new wallet for you. That goes in your wallet. Your peace dollar from last time. Good one. All right, cool. So that's handled, written down, and put in the wallet correctly. Let me spin to my box of magic and see what's next in there. I thought I had 2 of those lions. I don't know. All right, moving on. What you got? Really big. All right, let's do one of these that I've had trouble getting you guys to buy as well with another buck and go. Let's do a buck and go. Ambo and always getting it in there premature. That's what she said. Blah, 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 blah. Auction. B and G. Knock yourselves out. Here's what it is. It's a trade unit. It's a pretty straightforward vintage trade unit. 1 troy ounce, 999 fine sliver trade unit. On the other side of the front of the sides of the other side here, you got the Eagle, United States of America. Ounce troy, 999. Basically, it's just making real damn sure on both sides you know it's 1 ounce of silver, because it says it all over it. Bought new cameras so they'd work, for fuck's sake. All right, so that's not bad. Eagle sitting on a brick. Scales. Weighing out what looks like a pile of cocaine on the left, as far as I can tell. It definitely looks like a pile of cocaine on the scale. I'm just saying. Hey, Space Miner. 5, 4, 26, 25, 26, 27. We'll get pretty close to run this one. It's a good trade unit. I don't know what year. These things tend to be late 70s, 78, 79, 80, you know, in there, the trade units. Did it have a year on the other side? Let me microscope it, magnifying glass it real quick. In God We Trust, it says under the Eagle. It actually looks better in my hand than it does on the screen. Like it's really pretty nice. The Eagle says in God We Trust under it. This is working pretty well with this smaller magnifying glass I bought. It's a pretty cool piece, and that definitely looks like a pile of cocaine on the left. Okay, so, but I think it's gold bars. Anyway, let's run. Those kids. Yep, South American snow. Thanks, Rance. You don't have to do it as you go. You can do it at the end of the night. You're a previous customer. Sold is in. What do we got? We got Carlitos got it at 28. Was Carlitos doing insurance? No, Hambone was in at 27. Carlitos took it at 28. All right, let me write that down. That's a good one. That's a cool vintage piece right there. People like those. You'll never have a problem getting rid of that. Okay, so that goes in the Carlitos book over there. All right. Some more ounces. Ounces are going well tonight. Trying to kind of mix up some of the lower ones with some of the higher ones. combine some of the common ones with some of the rare ones. How about this up there? This is the kind of stuff you seem to be liking. That wasn't a bar. What are you talking about, Hambone? Oh, Lexus bars. Yeah, that wasn't a bar. It would maybe buy you a drink in a bar. Okay, we're back to a $25 start on this one. Once again, look up your comps, but you guys know what these are. This is an ounce of silver. The year of it is 2023. It's an elephant eaten out of a tree. However, if you look at it right, he's a barfing elephant. I'll show you. Let's get him to focus. First, take my hands away and get that focus to go. He's eating the tree, but it looks like he's kind of puking the tree if you tilt him. Oh my God, he's a blurry elephant. But this is the African wildlife elephant, 1 ounce of silver. On the back, you get the shield of the Somali Republic, and it's 100 shillings coin. So again, numismatic, gradable, proof kind of mirror finish thing. Oh my God, the mirror ones never want to focus. There we go. African wildlife, puking elephant if you tilt him this way. And he's just barfing up leaves. Put him this way, he's eating the tree. Barking elephants, angry koalas, stoner koalas. Man, I can't remember these things are real names. There's 10 billion of them to remember. All right, so we got our elephant out there at Daniel 25, Jay at 25, Ham at 26, Jay at 27. African wildlife, elk rent. Yeah, you bought the stoner koala. So there were like 3 of them, and there's just one missing. Somebody got one that wasn't supposed to. It didn't admit it. That kind of bums me out. Aside from having to buy a new one to give to the real buyer, that's not the bummer. The bummer is that somebody would take it and not report it. All those shipments have been received. It's out there somewhere. 28 to Sean. Let's go ahead and get our sniping stuff ready here. Be doing that in just a moment. Wow, show's going quick tonight. We've already been on for an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half if you count the countdown when we were chatting in the chat room. All right, snipers, let's get a move on. There you go. Has a certain ring to it. We are sold to Jay Smokes at 29. And Jay, you have a wallet already because you won the giveaway last week. Actually, I think you won 2 giveaways at some point because there's 2 grams in your little baggie. All right. Speaking of grams and baggies, tonight's winner was Daniel K. Yeah, that's what I didn't do. I put it in a baggie. I just kind of put it over there, and it's not good. It'll get lost. All right. Ronald Smith or Lulu lately? Have you come into the room yet? Let me go over here. Look in here. See what I got over here. All right, next up is going to be a bin. There's 2 available. These are Liberty bars, E pluribus unum, with the cool not really holographic, but like laser etched feathers going on. They're not colored, they're just like engraved. 10 ounces. Dragons wrapped around a bundle of twigs on the back. These are in factory lollipops. Brand spanky newage. Let me try to get you some focus and lighting. Maybe I'm making it worse. They're rough to angle because they're heavy. That's a spot on the package. Dust. Okay, so Lady Liberty, 10-ounce bars in the pops. Two available. Then at $260. Those spots are just dust and stuff. They're not on the thing. They're like tape residue or something. I don't know. There's not any spots on this one. Jingle, jingle. Ha. Right. Well, I mean, in a third world country, firstborn daughters. I don't know, man. I go in there on YouTube. All right. So, is there any interest in these big boy, bad boy, big league chew bars? Big boy wallet bars here at $260. You guys looking for your comps, checking your numbers. I am your new LCS, but you gotta buy stuff in my coin shop. All right, let's see. Let's pull those in. No $260 10-ounce bars for you guys. Noted. All right. Well, you're really gonna like this. I'll let this one go to make a big sale tonight so I can pay some bills. This one's $250. Factory baggied. A-Mark vintage 10-ounce. $250. Cheapest 10-ounce bar I'm gonna offer you tonight. And worth a lot freaking more. How many people are watching right now? Well, I do this every week. I'm doing it for another 6 weeks anyway. Let's see. 24 watching. There's people here. Getting emails. Okay, yeah, hey, Hambone, I just got an email from the eBay people about the koala for you. Tracking has been uploaded to your order. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, sure. It was 8 days since I placed the order. I get tracking numbers next night. The same night or the next morning. Of course, I'm not a giant megacorp with employees, so I don't know what your problem is over there, eBay company. But anyway, whatever. Any interest at $250 for the smoking bargain on the $300 10-ounce bar? All right. That's a negative. We'll pull it. You guys don't need to look this one up to know it's a smoking deal. Well, Hambone, it's going to take another 3 days or so to get to me. It's only coming from like Charlotte, North Carolina or something. I'm in Tennessee. It's not exactly going across the country, I don't think. Let's see. Okay, so no 10-ounce bars at 250 and 260. Not happening. Okay, noted. How about now? Let's see. Next up. Oh yeah. You're gonna like this one a lot. $240 bars. No, how about 140? You guys were on the right track. I'd already typed it. I have two of these available. Let me pull one apart. Every time I do a show, I have to open one, and so I try to remember which one it is and switch up. But anyway, you get a little bundle here. I keep them in these plastic bags, but the cards are still brand new, hung to them on their little hang tags. They have a little story about the town of Tombstone, which I've been to in real life. It's pretty cool. But the bars themselves, these are bins at 140. The bars both look the same, so I'm just going to take one out. They're a little bit different in their shapes. But these are 5-ounce 999 hammered silver nugget bars from Scottsdale, with the Scottsdale logo, privy stuff. 5-ounce Troy 999 fine silver on this side. They're hammered. They're really rough on the edges and then shiny on the sides. Tombstone silver nugget, it says. These are super cool, and they're getting rarer. You used to see them a lot, but it's kind of one of those things. I don't think they kept making them. I don't know. Might still be able to get them. I haven't seen one in a while. I have two. That's confusing. You get the little bag and a little card. Oh my God! Focus. That's so irritating. Super irritating. Yeah, these are such cool little chunks. I mean, the way they did the edges is like poured, and then the sides are like flat and hammered. 5-ounce bars. Great for Christmas presents coming up, because they got the little gift package. I feel like we've hit a wall over $100 here. And I was telling you guys last week, I'm running out of ounces. Like, I'm not buying new inventory now that I'm leaving the country. I'm down to maybe 30 or 40 single ounce rounds. It's all 5 and 10-ounce bars. I showed you that stack of like 20 10-ounce bars last week. Those have got to get sold. So save up your pennies for big money weight, because that's what I got in gold. I sold 5 ounces of gold this week in one move. Sorry, not 5 ounces. $5,000 worth of gold. It was about 2.5 ounces in fractional. But yeah, I sold a single buyer on a $5,000 gold sale this week, so the stuff's gonna start moving, but it's the big stuff now. We're just getting down to it. Speaking of which, these don't look like they're going anywhere, so let me pull them down. I'll keep them. They're some of my favorites too, actually. I kind of really dig these a lot. Good Christmas present right there for y'all that need to buy somebody some silver for Christmas and want it to be fun. I'll leave those in the back there for 140 for the show, for the whole show. Because we're on for another 30 minutes. I think 2 hours is about all we're going to manage to do before you guys have done spending. I'll show these, but they don't seem to move very often. Let's find out if you guys are interested in these. You're mostly a silver crowd, I think. For this, I got to back the truck up. All right. A little behind the scenes look here. What I got here from the NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation is a box full of slabs. Let me get it typed in. So this is complicated because every single one of these is different. Every single one of these is thousands of years old. Every single one of these is $35. But I'm not going to play I want this one or that one. We're going to do I want an ancient, and it's cool. I'll show you what we got. We got stuff like Byzantine Empire from the year 880 AD, a phallus coin. Now the lighting here is going to get whack. Let's see if I can use my little flexible goosenecks to do some things. So they're going to have different, like there's a person on that one, right? Who's like holding a wand or something. You can kind of see it. This is a larger one. It has words on the back that you can look up and they say something like, you know, peace in the kingdom or something. I don't remember. And then there's different sizes. Some are big, some are little. This is a Roman Age of Chaos. Double denarius. Some of them have silver, some don't. Some are copper. They're all kind of random. Definitely copper. Decline and fall of Rome. So the NGC slab will tell you what the period was, like Roman Age of Chaos, Decline and Fall of Rome, who the ruler was, Tetricus, Theodosius, when it was, 379 AD, 271 AD, 886 AD. Valina AD, Decline and Fall of Rome. So the way they made these, there'll be off strikes and all kinds of errors. They have the different rulers on them. These were the first coins to move away from putting animals and symbols on them and start using people's faces. Were in these Roman periods. Widow's Mites. I have one. It's not for sale. I'll show it to you in a second, though. It's separate. Eastern Roman Empire from 383 AD. So these coins were used to pay soldiers. They were used to pay taxes. They were used to pay commerce throughout the Roman Empire. This one could be considered a widow's mite. This is, but it's way too far AD, 402 AD. But it would look like that kind of a small one with Heracles on it or something. This one has Theodosius II. Yeah, I don't know that there's any guarantee which ones are silver and which are not. The by denarius ones, I think, have some silver and copper in them. AE3, so AD 364. The AE is like a period of coins, right? So there's AE3, 4, AE2, so it's going to be a little older. Honorius, Decline and Fall of Rome time, critters and people and stuff. Here's a tiny little Valentinian II from 375 AD. Most of these are 300 to 400 AD. I thought I had some BC ones in here. Roman Empire, House of Constantine. So Constantine's a big deal. This is a binumis. This one doesn't appear to have any silver in it from its finish, but it's a really good hard strike and a really well-centered strike with a really good image on it. That's one of the better coins in the box. And it is a binumis, which I believe means two metals, but it's probably copper and bronze or something like that. So, I'm not sure. I'm going to put that one on that side. You'll take that one? I think that's the one right now so far. Just going through them. I like this dude's crown, but his face is a little washed out. This one is Diocesian. Yeah, this one's a little hammered. Yeah, I set that one aside for you. We'll get back to it in a second. Here's another one with that guy on it. Probus. Claudius by double denarius. So this one is older. This is 268 AD. So now we're getting to just 268 years after Christ. Basically, as far after Christ as our country is old. So that's interesting. This one, 253. Oh yeah, we're getting older now. By double denarius, Roman age chaos, but the coins are getting more worn as well. But they're older, harder. I mean, 200 years earlier than the first ones I pulled out of the box. Everybody should have ancients in their collection. They're just cool and cheap. I mean, 35 bucks for a slab verified multi-thousand-year-old coin that actually circulated in people's hands in the Bible. Like, pretty trippy when you think about it. All right, so yeah, 308 AD. I think the one I set aside for you is probably the best one so far in terms of strike and everything. Bin 3 for Sean. I will in just a second. Let's finish looking at the rest of the pile. So House of Constantine stuff, Constance. Actually, this one right here, while the coin is cut and shows signs of circulation and testing and wear, has a really good centered strike, and it's a good leader. It's a good time period. Constantine, House of Constantine. So I'm going to set that one as one of your three. I've got the one set aside on my other hand for Invisible River Ranch, which is the House of Constantine as well. Different emperor, the same time period. And another good strike. So those are similar. Okay, so then here's the House of Constantine. Oh, this one's interesting. I'll put this one in your pile too, Sean, as one of your three that you bend. This one you want. So this is Roman Empire, House of Constantine. However, this is special because notice where it says issue as Caesar. So what they would do is normally they would issue like a coin with themselves on it. This was a series of coins that were issued as tributes to Caesar. So it's actually got Caesar on it. But it's issued by Constantine, not Caesar for himself. And on the back it has like a building, like a castle or something. So it's a really cool one because it's one of the first times in history where not only have we started using faces on coins instead of animals and religious symbols and things, or the moon or the sun, it became people's faces. And this was, I'm trying to say, the first one where somebody put somebody else's face on the coin instead of their own. So you don't need to get these graded. There's no reason to get these graded. The reason to have these is they're fully identified by NGC and authenticated. They are what they are. There's kind of billions of them out there, but they're about $30 to $50. So these are the right price and a good deal. So that's two I'm going to put in your pile, Sean. Good choices. Last two in the box we haven't looked at yet. Let's see what we got. Julian II, House of Constantine. Average one. Nothing super special or great about it or bad. Either one. Just average. Good strike. Nice looking guy. Got a helmet on now instead of a crown. Our armor has advanced a little bit since 200 AD. This one is a House Constantine by Centenalius. This is another issue with Caesar. Sean, I'll make this one your third one. The issue with Caesar ones are special. So this one's a little bit rougher. Of the three that you're getting, this will be the roughest looking one. But also another one of the more historic ones. Because it's a by Centenalius issued by Constantine under Gallus as Caesar. It's got a story. And you can Google these, by the way. Each of these, if you put in all this information that's on the NGC slab, you will get all kinds of story about it. So let me write these down, and then I'll show you a widow's mite and explain them. So Jay Smokes was the last person. So this next person was Invisible River Ranch, which already has a running line entry here. So that's plus 35 for yours. Put that in your wallet before it gets confused with something else. Sean is 3 of them at 35 is 105, so plus 105. Put those in Sean's wallet. Sean's wallet is somewhere. I know we made it tonight. Is that it? Yep, upside down. Made it. Okay. Okay, that's all written down. So let's talk about widow's mites for a second. I keep mine handy because a lot of people want to talk about it. These are the ancients that I'm keeping. Sorry, nope. These are 3 that I'm keeping but aren't the widow's mite. Widow's mite. Where's that box? No, shit. No, I thought it was right here beside me because I do keep it normally handy where I can show it to people. It's in here. There we go. 2 cool historic slab coins that I'll show you while we're here because they're both right next to each other. All right, widow's mite. So widow's mite. What's up? Anybody else on the ancients at 35 before I put them away and tell a quick history story? These are really cool. I mean, it's just really cool to have a bunch of ancients. They're affordable. They're interesting. They make great gifts for kids. When you tell a kid this coin is as old as Jesus or close to it, for all practical purposes, a couple hundred years less old than Jesus, it kind of blows their minds, especially if you're a Christian family. So this is a biblical thing. So, okay, let me explain the widow's mite. These are all out of the way. Thank you for your interest in those. I love ancients. They are awesome. All right, widow's mite. Widow's mite. Moving things back a little. Remember those silver tombstone nuggets are 140 all night? All right. Yeah, they're hard to see. This one's going to be really hard to see. Now notice, right off the bat, this is not round. This is a really old coin. So this is biblical. This comes... Okay, come on. Golly days. I moved all the lights around. That other thing has got my focus. Well, okay, cool. That's a good spot. So this is from the time of Judea. Maccabean Kings 135 to 37 BC. Before Christ. Okay? So, in a way, it couldn't be the biblical widow's mite because that was after Jesus. However, widow's mites are... There's like a 1,000-year span of coins that could be a widow's mite. So it's kind of wacky. But anyway, this is my oldest coin. This is a Pruta, the biblical widow's mite. Now notice it's not round. We'll put it on the microscope in a second, but get the bigger picture here. That's because it's been snipped on, cut on, chopped to make sure, to get bits off it, to pay for things. Only some of the original inscription is still there. Widow's mites. So back in those days, you didn't pay for things by a denomination. You paid for them by weight. So you would have a handful of these coins, and you would go and like weigh them out like pebbles. Okay, so there's actually a person on this. I'm going to try to put it right side up the way the slab has it held, which is like this, and then get a focus on it without putting my hand in front of the light. So it was hammered. It's been chopped on and cut. It's basically copper. And it had the sun on the back. And it had sort of a, if I recall, some kind of animal on the front. And anyway, they, as you can see, super old. 135 BC. So 2,058 years ago. This thing is 2 millennia old. It's mentioned in the Bible, and the reason it's called a widow's mite is it's the small coin that the widow brought to the temple to give her tithe with And then the parable unfolds that she gave everything she had to give that tiny little fraction of a chopped up coin when the rich man wasn't given enough. Basically the same old, same old. Elon Musk needs to pay his taxes kind of thing, right? So basically people were mad because the widow didn't give much money and they laughed at her and mocked her. And then the lesson was she gave everything she had. This was all she had in the world. She gave 100% herself when other people were just given a fraction of what they had that were rich. So it's mentioned there, Luke 21, 1 through 4, or Mark 12, 41 through 44, because for those who know Christianity, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are the four apostles who wrote the four main books of the New Testament, which basically chronicle the life and times of Jesus Christ from their perspective. This is not for sale. This is not a bin, Sunseeker. This is a personal piece. I've been telling you all this stuff from memory, but I actually have this little piece of paper with it as well that tells you, preaching in the temple a week before his crucifixion, Jesus watches rich men put pieces of silver into the collection bin. Then he observes an old woman, a certain widow, deposit 2 mites into the till. He observes that this poor widow has put in more than all those who have given to the treasury, for they all put out of their abundance, but she, out of her poverty, put in all she had, her whole livelihood. The parable repeated in Luke is understood to both extol the virtues of charity, as Jesus remarks in Matthew 19:24. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. And mine is a mite from the King James translation, where the word came from. The coins were called leptons, but the translation is basically mite. Struck during the Hasmonean dynasty, these small bronzes were the smallest and lowest denomination Judean coin. Most were thin and carelessly and crudely struck, usually off center and in small flans. Legends are generally unreadable. Leptons circulated throughout the Holy Land during the lifetime of Jesus Christ. You can get them online. They're pretty commonly available. Every couple of years, somebody finds another horde of another million of them in a clay pot somewhere in Israel. So they show up all the time. They're not tremendously expensive, but this one you can't have because it's the only one I have, and it's important to me. It's one of the first real slabbed things I ever bought early on. So I've had that a while. That's cool. While I was there, I also noticed something else I had bought at the same time. I've done a video on this one, a full video in one of my content videos from last year when I was doing more edited videos. But this is shipwreck money from, not for sale either, 1808 $10 cash from the Indian Madras presidency, shipwreck from the Admiral Gardner. The Admiral Gardner was hauling something like, I don't know, 70 million of these things, 7 million, I don't remember, some crazy big number of these coins that were made in Great Britain for use in the colony of India to pay workers and things that they had to pay. So they minted all these coins in Great Britain. They put them on a ship called the Admiral Gardner. They sent it to India. It did not make it around the Cape, and it wrecked, and it sank in 1808. So they recovered it. There's a big museum about it, but some of these are in circulation. Shipwreck certified, recovered from a shipwreck. Has some lions holding poles, like pole arms, like armored lions of Great Britain. And in the back, it basically says 10 cash in Hindi. 10 cashes. Cash was the money. You got a cash, or 2 cash, or 10 cash. That's what you got paid and spent. It's funny how far back the word cash goes. And that one came from the same place as the widow's mite, and also came with a cool little card. East India Company made that, which is one of the oldest running companies in the world. The East India Company. That's not for sale, but I do have something from East India Company for sale that you guys have seen before. But I know you can't buy it tonight if you aren't buying that other 10-ounce stuff. But in that same video where I talk about that coin, I show the modern version of East India Company silver, which are these 250-gram bars. This is a kilo of silver in the palm of my hand right here. But they're really cool because they also feature East India Company big ships. And they're 250-gram bars. So that's the 1 kilo I own instead of ounces. It's still ounces, but a 250 gram bar is like 32 ounces. And then it's just like a kilo, 1,000 grams. But I would need $800 for that stack. Thanks for your input, Nick. But why don't you get a stream and sell them then? This is my show where I sell them for 35, which is pretty competitive. I don't know who you are, but you're welcome to start a channel and we'll come and buy your stuff for 30 bucks. And so anyway, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get rid of you. We don't normally ban people, but apparently people told me that person has been a problem on lots of channels. So we're doing that. All right, cool. Moving on. Thanks, mods, for keeping an eye on that as well. Those were some show and tell pieces. Let me set those aside. All right, cool. Moving on. Where are we at? 7:45. Let's do some more stuff. Let's change it up a little bit. Here's another bargain of the night. This is an actual super bargain. Believe it or not, it's like $50 below retail. But that's what we're going to do. Who's ready for some gold? These are Chinese tenths in their lollipops from their Chinese factory where they were manufactured out of melted aluminum cans. This is tenth of gold, pure gold. It's got, this one has a fish and Buddha with a, come on, we may have to go to the microscope because these are tenths. They're not going to be that big to get focus on in the first place. But yeah, it's Buddha on that side and like a temple cross thing, like a totem on this side. This one is the same as like Buddha. I'll put one here and then we'll go put it on a microscope and take a look. 10-1 gold. Buddha, baby Buddha with a big fish. 10-1. These are 1/10 ounces of gold, so 3.1 grams. 1997. Still in the lollipops since 1997. So they're 26 years old. Still factory sealed. Think about that. Nobody opened these for 26 years. They're kind of a big deal online as well. This picture is better than it is on the big camera. At 210, I'm giving these away for free, more or less. Okay, 1 or 2, Ranch. Uno, okay. Just in time. I just picked that up off the microscope, but it still shows on the microscope. And the microscope is taking a dump. I think I wiggled the wire. Yep. Hang on. Stand by while I fix things. I'll write things down. That's a great deal. Did you look them up? They're like $260 or something like that. All right, so Plug and replug. Okay, and PC camera, okay. Deactivate, activate. I've lost my microscope. Yikes. We may not have the microscope anymore tonight. All right, well, moving on. They are identical, so I will pick one of them. There's literally nothing different about them at all. Still sealed, 26 years, imagine that. IRR plus, we do 210. Crazy. Blowing those out. All right, and you're over here with your ancients and your silver. You got some good stuff. You've got an interesting selection. You have modern, contemporary, foreign silver sovereign, East dollar, an ancient, and some Chinese gold. A really good, solid, diversified selection. That's how I collect. All right, let's see. Oh, you're good. How much later? I mean today, right? Like not never. Okay, so anybody else on the other 10th? At 210. Those will be the cheapest tenths of gold I have. I do have some others, but they won't be. They'll be 220, 225. All right, taking that down. Putting that back in the gold box. From a tenths perspective, that's as low as I dare go. Let's see. What we got over here? What are we gonna do next? Here's something interesting. Let me get my magnifying glass out. All right, I'm gonna have to probably look this one up and explain it. So let me get ready to do that. All right. All right, so this is special because it's super rare. Let me find the numbers. Yeah. All right, so genius. I can copy paste. Okay, here we go. This will be an auction. We'll start it at $100. Let me tell you what you got here. Okay. This starts at $100. Now, this is only 1 gram of gold, but let me tell you why it's expensive. First of all, it comes with this groovy display, and it's in a capsule in there, and it comes with this paper. Let me tell you about it. So this is the Myth 2021, The Seduction of Europe. Shows this naked chick with flowy robes riding a bull from Le Grand Mint in Germany. There's a mint story here about in German and in, I guess, like Arabic and in English about the seduction of Europe in 2021. A woman rides a vigorous bull under the starry sky towards the future. And here's the deal. Mintage 999. It is a coin. It's worth 50 livras in Germany. France or somewhere. I'll have to look that real quick. Le Grand Mint, Germany. Certificate of authenticity. Destination denomination 50 LGM libras. LGM. What the hell is LGM? Legrand Mint. Okay. So let's try to read this coin over here. I wish the microscope hadn't failed. Let me see what I got here. So on the back of it, and you might want to just look this one up on the internet. I copied and pasted the description in chat from eBay, where the only one listed is $156. Free shipping. Yeah, it actually doesn't say which country on it. I think it's Germany. Here's a coin. It does, but it's really small. Can't quite read it with my magnifying glass and my old eyes. And my stupid microscope has taken a shit. Let's see if it just started working again by itself. It did. Far out. All right, great. So on the back of this thing, you get hearts and quote symbols. Apostrophes, I don't know what that's about. That probably means something. An anchor and a heart. 50 libras. It says what it is. Up here it says per aspera ed astra. I like Ed Astra in Taxi. Or no, that's Ed Asner. 1 gram 999. It is a super rare, less than 1,000 exist on Earth display piece. 2021. She's in an astronomical field, riding a bull naked, with a COA and a little display thingamabob. I have Invisible River Ranch at 100. This is quite the collectible here. This is one you kind of put on the corner of your desk and admire. It looks really good in person. It's harder to see through all the plastic and camera lenses, but as you can see with the magnifying glass, like when you're holding it in your hand, it's clear. That plastic is nice and tight. You can see it, but you can't see it reflectively on cameras. I've never really cared, Shroom Day. I'm just happy to get bids. People ask me that every time, and it reminds me it probably should be 5 after 100 just to get the deal done. I'm just happy when I get bids going upward, because I'm always at a loss on everything that I offer for less than I paid for. I want to say this was like around 180 bucks when I bought it. But I also bought it in an auction and got excited. It's really worth 155, like they say on eBay. Right over here. 155.81. Let's see if we can get a better picture of it for you. Yeah, so this is what she looks like. Oh, crap. You can't enlarge. It scrolls when you try to enlarge. That's weird. Can we make that bigger? No, it doesn't make the picture bigger. It just makes the page bigger around. What a bummer. What about if I open it in a new tab? That's what she looks like. She's really cool looking. Yeah, 999 minted in the world, and you're looking at one of them. Less than 1,000 exist. And I'm currently on a river at 100. We're going to have snipers on this, I hope, because we need to get closer to 150. But I don't know. I should have read the room when you guys weren't buying big silver and thought, don't put out fancy gold that costs too much for not enough money. But I'll sell it because we got a bidder. So snipers, if you want to take a chance on getting this thing, once again, just remember that if I pop over here where I'm looking at it and close this and this, it's $155.81 on eBay for the only one in the world that they have out of 1,000. So now you know where 2 of them are out of 1,000. I got one and these people got one. And here we go, snipers. a bid, Stuart? Sold is in. Now, Stuart, was that a bid at 110? Okay, well, it matters because Invisible River now is at 128, where they need to be. Because if you hadn't made a bid there, they wouldn't have been insuring themselves, and they would have been at 100. But you just cost her $28. But that's okay because I need that money on this one. This one cost me around, I think it was $170 when I bought it. Up there. So all of this goes like this. I put it all together here in this envelope-y thing. Let me show you. What I'll probably do though is repack the little legs for the stand so they don't poke through the plastic of the saran wrap thin display box. But I'll show you how it's going in your wallet anyway. Then when I go to ship it, I may rebundle it a little bit. But yeah, so I've got it in a baggie, and I've got the legs in there. It just stands on those. And see, I even have the original bag. As you can see, this sticker is on the baggie it came to me in from Legrand Mint, Germany. So it's all there, 100% complete package on that 999 piece. That's how they sent it. They just sent it in a bag. And like I said, I'll probably put the legs in a separate bag so they don't accidentally get around on this side and poke a hole through the plastic. That's a piece there. That's special. Like the ancients are special. I mean, widow's mites at 2,000 years old is cool. But you have one of less than 1,000 of something in the world, and we know there's one on eBay, and they're probably the only two in the world that you could obtain, like mine and that one. The others are all in people's collections, never going to see the light of day again. And now this one's in your collection to never see the light of day again. It's kind of like that older Chinese panda still in the lollipop. I guarantee there's not too many of those that are 26 years old and still factory wrapped. All right, where are we at? We're at 8 o'clock. That's 2 hours. What are you talking? 128 and 210, 338. Oh, you found prices? You found one for $338 that you just bought for 10. Oh, I need to write that down. Yeah, let's go through that. I think we're at the end of the show. Yeah, north of 155 for sure. So 128, I need to write that down. Visible River Ranch. What do you owe? Well, I'm not keeping track of what you already sent. Christ, I can tell you what your total has been so far. I think it's 411. Let me use a calculator. All right, we'll do this together. So you got Invisible River Ranch. The first thing you bought was $38. I didn't write down what it was, just how much it was. 38 plus something that was 35. Those were like silver rounds. Then there was 210 for the 10th Chinese and 128 for the 1 gram collectible. 411. So you're one higher than Dave Grohl. He's only 311. Cool. So whatever you already sent, and 411 was your total, is what you owe. Okay, cool. Anybody else need a total while we're here and distracted by that? I hear the jingle of Cash App in the other room on my computer. I forgot to turn the audio off on. Is there anybody else who was wanting to buy silver or gold tonight that didn't buy any? Would I put Louisiana Purchase into River's wallet? Are you guys trading or are you just gifting right now, Stuart? That's very cool. Very cool. Great to see my community liking on each other like that. All right. Was there anybody who didn't buy anything tonight who's like, man, I wish you'd have put up something that like this or that costs this or that, and let me see if I can accommodate you. We'll do a final call for wish list items. But don't be giving me like 1972 P dime errors, just like I was looking for an ounce of silver for $30, or I was hoping to get 5 ounces tonight for a deal or something like that. If you got something general that I might have behind me and you want to ask me if I got it, we'll see if we can make any last minute deals tonight. Otherwise, we'll call it a 2-hour show. I'm good to go. We were successful. Jay Smokes, what were you thinking tonight? You always buy stuff. You didn't really buy anything tonight. You bought the barfing elephant. I think that's what you got. Yeah, you got the barfing elephant. Okay, well then we'll do 1 ounce random bars. I am sold out of bars, Carlitos. I don't know if it was you or who, but like 3 weeks ago, I put up all my bars and somebody bought them all. I went through well, I also had the bars cheaper than the rounds, and they went really quick, like smoking fast. As far as bars now, it's all 5 to 10 ounce, and mostly 10 ounce. I will continue to offer this every week for $300 cash. $300 takes the Geiger bar, 10 ounce in the lolly. That's a smoking deal too. If you're a Geiger person, you already know. This is factory lolly, flawless CO8 Geiger. 1/4 ounces of gold I have in pre-33. Tenths, I can do a big selection of tenths for you. Let me show you tenths. I sold $5,000 worth of tenths to somebody this week. 20 tenths in a bulk purchase. But let's go tenthing, shall we? All right, so kind of what I got going on here. I got that auspicious I just showed for what did I sell that for? I already forgot what I just sold it for. $210 for the auspicious vintage factory packed lolly. Over here is a couple random foreign things. We'll leave those out of it because I got to check their values. Things I could do affordably. In capsules, I have a couple Philharmonics here. I could do those for, do those at $210. I do those for the same as the auspicious. I don't know what years they are. I'll have to look. There's a couple Philharmonics over there. Let's see. I think these are all Brits for the first couple rows. So Britannias, they'd be like $225. A couple prospectors here, they'd be like $250. They're different. That's different. Some more Phillies. But yeah. Let's see. These are weird. I'd have to look them up. Philharmonic. I can do those at $210. Brits would be like $225. Britannias, and I have these two prospectors. They'd be like $250. I can do close-ups on anything. So commemorative. So here's an interesting piece. Are you talking about commemorative gold? So I'm a libertarian. This guy here wrote books about economics. Here, let me do this way. Gold is better on the microscope. My camera's all out of whack. Okay, so this guy, he's funny looking. Adam Smith. Adam Smith wrote books about economics, about libertarian Austrian economics, and he is a big thing about real money. This is a 1979 vintage 10th of gold. This would be more like $260. It actually kind of became, it's a gold, 10 gold, right? So not dollar marks, it's 10 gold. I also have 1 1/4 as well of this guy, but that's put away. So that's just a rarity there. That's an awkward one to price though, because it has some spots on it, but it's also super rare and vintage. And the thing next to it, I'd have to Google, but I'm pretty sure that's French gold, and I'm pretty sure it's a weird weight. Yeah, this is like a 20 shilling piece or something. I just love this dude's beard. There's no chin beard. But for cheap tints today, it's probably the Philharmonics. I would do those at 210, and I'd even throw in a capsule. So they just happen to be capsuled, so I would just keep them that way. A couple of them. 91. Again, check your dates. Some of these matter too. Like I think this is a rarer one. It might be why it's in the capsule. If you like that, I love the Austrian Philharmonic stuff. So let me know. All right, those prices are good tonight only. They change. Gold is dipping, but tints and these tints, I have Britannias with queens and kings on them. What is BIB? Bin. Which one are you trying to bin? You trying to buy yourself a Philharmonic 91? How many would you like? I don't know how many 91s I have. Here's a different one. The other one is probably 91 also in the capsule. 94. I'm 91 and 94 in the capsules. The rest are raw. Do you care? They're in same quality condition, but the 91 may be a little more scratched up just by the fact that it's 3 years older. That's the 91. And this is the 94. 91 it is. All right. Cool deal, Jet. So I don't think you have a wallet, do you? There's no wallet for you at the moment. So that's a new one, +6. All right. Still a good deal at 216. These are like 225 online. New wallet. Thank you, Jet. JetMac wallet +6. Gold 210. Gotcha. New wallet established. All right, last call on $210 Philharmonics. $140 5-ounce Tombstone Christmas presents. In the back of the box there. $300 Geiger bar. Always a winner. Nobody hates these. These are so freaking good. But they're money. And that's it. What else can I tell you guys? Y'all know how to pay. I heard a lot of jingles telling me some of you already have. Please, everyone, settle up this evening. Thank you for attending. Thank you for a good show. We went a little over 2 hours. That's probably about enough. I think I've sold everybody everything they want for now. I will have other things to show. I still haven't shown you everything I own, but it is all similar at this point. It's all bigger, it's all collectible, it's all gold and heavier silver. In terms of ounces, guys, oh, well, we haven't really got into the numismatics. Let's take this camera and let's go over here for a minute. Wallet zone. Wallets, everybody's wallets, and you wonder why I get confused, and wallets over there, and wallets over here. So I don't have a very long leash, but I got this much. So there's that box of ounces, that loose box of ounces, and what's kind of next to it. That's kind of it for single ounces, guys. And then up above is gold, 2 big boxes of gold. Above that is some collectible stuff and some actually not very valuable stuff like mint sets and things and cash and paper notes and whatever. Some of that's super valuable, but it's not metal. Over here, you got your American numismatics. So underneath the black boxes, which are pretty obviously modern commemorative mint stuff, is all Morgans, and then the other box is a mix of like Franklin's and dimes and blah blah blah. Same below, ancients and slabs and mercs and those Carson City sets I got a half dozen of, and Morgan dollars and things. So that's kind of what's going on for inventory, y'all. There is gold, there's fractional gold in there, there's bars, there's weight, but rounds wise, little 1 ounce rounds, we're getting down there, and I don't know how much more I'll restock this year. Oh, Daniel K would like the other capsulated piece of gold. Sure. That's the 94. Just literally had it in my hand and put the gold away, and it's on the microscope. There it is. Cool. Yeah, let me add that to your list, Daniel. Or start you a list today. Wait, you won. Oh, because you won the giveaway earlier. Yep, you won a giveaway. Where'd I put your piece of paper? It's over there. All right, so that's free shipping on you. So just writing that down as a purchase at 210. Thank you. Anybody else? I don't have any more of the Phillies in capsules. They now would be raw. I put them in a 2x2 for you. I'm out of little tent capsules. I sold them all. If it's in a capsule now, it comes in one. If it's not, it doesn't. That's how my stuff works at this point. But I do have brand new, fresh, all sizes of foldable 2x2s to staple them up in. Okay. Well, another 9 1/4 round and for 22. Well, remember, they're down to the 26-gram ones. They're not a full ounce anymore. Shroomy doomy. But I will do it if I can figure out where I put them. Do you want a cool picture or do you want a cool melter? In other words, do you want me to save the good pictures and give you one that doesn't matter? Or do you want me to give you a good picture because you're going to actually enjoy it? Choices remaining here are the, let's see, let me flip them over where I can read them. Because the melt one would be that Thing Hall in Massachusetts. Nobody even knows what it is. And it's got a spot. The other one, Santa Fe Trail, that's pretty cool. The Protect Our Children, Prevent Drug Abuse, So You Can't Smoke a Baby one is my favorite, I think. Just because I don't know how you keep a baby lit. But Prevent Drug Abuse, Don't Inject Babies. If it's going in the furnace, we're giving you this one. This one is a furnace one because I don't even know what Thane Hall is in Massachusetts. I don't think it's where the Liberty Bell is. And so I don't know what that is. And the back of it's not that interesting either. It's just notes about what it is where I would learn what it is if I read them, which I'll do now. Baneful Boston, Massachusetts, Cradle of American Liberty. Faneuil Hall was the scene of patriotic rallies prior to the American Revolution in 1773 through 75. So in other words, it's an old church or building or something, and we'll melt that one because it has a spot and nobody knows what it is. So that's the one I'll give you. All right. Unless you have complaints. Otherwise, I can go through the other pictures and try to find one that's cool looking. Like this one's cool with the train. This is a cool looking train one. The drug abuse one's kind of funny. Santa Fe Trail. Cowboy dudes and donkeys and stuff. Another train one. This one's got 2 trains, I think, on it, going different directions. Probably the east meets west thing or whatever. Then there's, okay, cool. I'm going to give you the crappy one. There's this dude riding a horse, having a going west party. And then there's, Louisiana Purchase. I guess that's a different one. That was Louisiana on the back, but it's different on the front than the one we did earlier. Or maybe I had 2 of the Conestoga wagon ones. Let me just double check now because that's the one that Stuart gave to River. Okay. Yeah, there's 2 of that one. Good. Yep. Confirmed. Not a screw up. There are 2 of those. Alright, so it's really, let me put this one in your melt box. Let me write it down. Write her down. Shroom Day plus 22. Okay. Coolio. Mom is staying with Historic. She's funny. Protect Our Future, Prevent Drug Abuse, and it's just a woman looking evilly at a baby that looks sad. Like, I really feel like she's getting ready to try to smoke that baby. Personally, I prefer them deep fried. But, you know, whatever. All right. Tingle. I think that's what we call it a day when stuff is stage diving on me. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you. Same time, same place next week. Tell your friends. I'm like 30 subs from 500. Let's try to get there. The channel will continue to the end of the year. After the first of the year, I'll be sporadically in touch. Auctions will happen when I'm back in the States, and they will happen because I will still have inventory to sell, and we'll need to sell it because that's how I'll be staying alive for a while until we get things established down there. So, more to come. Thank you so much. Y'all are fantastic. I've been historic. You've been historic people. This has been Historic Metals. And at 10 minutes before the end of the hour, well, the half hour, we're going to wrap it up, tap it up, snap it up, poop it out. Tomorrow morning, I'll send you guys your tracking information. Let me know by email if you want to be shipped or hold your wallet for next week. Send your money. Everything has to be by email. I don't remember what happens in chat. It's all like a trance blur. So, be that as it may, I have wallets here for a bunch of you. And like I said, you got a couple weeks and then they're going to have to go regardless. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great week. And I'll see you in the streams. Tomorrow I'll be on SilverPaw's channel at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. SilverPaws22, I think is his name. We do races over there. I usually get in 1 or 2 races. I mostly go to socialize and smoke weed with the crowd. So there you go. See ya there. Or see ya somewhere else. I'm out.